Hello, everyone. This is Kevin.
Oh, this is Erik. This is Ed.
And this is the Three Stalkers, episode number 002, a.k.a. number 3, because Ed. So, anyways, sorry about skipping a couple weeks there. A lot of travel in senior year. But anyways.
Don't know what happened,
yeah. Life is crazy.
Life's crazy. It's been what they call a hot minute. The kids? No. Anyway, so I just saw this. Intel unveiled a new server chip aimed at keeping its lead in the server space, obviously, because AMD was taking a market share. First of all, I hope that's good for AMD, since we're all very heavily invested in AMD now, thanks to Erik's recommendation to buy at the peak, because we all bought at the peak.
Recent peak.
Recent peak.
Thanks, Erik.
Which is not the long-term peak, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't paying attention to when I said we should have bought those after episode 1, Star Wars episode 1. After that one, I said like next week is to buy AMD. Well,
that really was a buy-in.
That was the buy-in, and none of us listened to it because no one believed me. And then this time when I said to buy,
you didn't even believe yourself.
You didn't believe yourself.
I was like, now, and you're like, nah. It's got a second.
It's got a. Well, okay, and then you believe me the second time, and now we're all in.
Yeah. First time's a charm when it comes to Erik. Anytime after is just miserable. Anyways.
Pretty sure that's how it goes with his dates. The first time they meet him. First
impressions are great.
Yeah.
Anytime after, bad news.
I don't like any of you.
That was a good random piece of info there, Erik.
You're very welcome.
Let's go back a couple weeks into some of our placements, some of our positions. That's the word I was looking for. Positions. Ed?
Yeah, sure thing. So I think last time we were talking about how I had not KFC, KHC.
Yeah, you had some
so
ketchup.
Yes, I did not keep true to my word, and I ended up selling them for like a $5 gain. And
nailed it.
Yeah, and they're still around the same price, so I would have just left my money sitting there for a very long time.
$5 is better than no bucks.
Yeah. Go ahead, Erik.
I was curious because you guys said look at your positions, and I forgot I owned Facebook. I am finally making money on Facebook. I'm pleasantly surprised because it said that Facebook was the top earner today, and I was like, oh, no way. And I checked it out, and I was like, hey, look, I'm making money on Facebook. So I've got one thing going for me, which is good. That's nice.
Nice.
What were you saying, Ed? I just wanted to
So I got rid of KHC, and I kept buying SunPower in and out, and I've made a couple bucks off of there. It's really just been like the pillowcase for most of my losses. So I've always been gaining, I think... recently, it would be around the 5th time I earned somewhere between $10 to $16 gain on SunPower, and it's just been pillowing my losses. But I did buy AMD. I bought 44 shares at around an average price of something. I can't quite $27.48 actually, and right now it's at $27.21. So I'm not so bad.
You're almost there.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
So you were smart. You bought shares.
I bought shares because shares are safe.
I bought contracts. We'll go into contracts in a minute.
we all died.
That does bring us back to actually our last episode where we talked a lot about options and what they are, how puts work, how calls work.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to understand them more. And I'm starting to understand just how much I should not be playing them sometimes.
No one should. Just kidding. Leverage is good.
No, everyone should all the time. Just play them smart and keep your hands strong.
Hold on. What was that word? Smart? Can we look that up? Because I don't know what that means.
Good point.
Personally, I think that always selling calls on your own shares is just the safest thing you could possibly do.
It is.
I mean, yeah, it's a good exit anyway, right?
Well, I can tell you what, in the 2 weeks since we were last here, or 3 weeks, whatever it was, exactly, Erik actually made a fantastic call. I will give props to Erik.
Oh,
Apple calls.
Oh, okay. I was
at 185, or I did a 185 call.
Yeah. You're welcome.
For 315, and it actually bumped me up to well above 100% gain all time. that was nice. That was beautiful.
Yeah, for like
$1,000
$1,000 per
contract or 3 contracts.
Yeah.
No, it was 3 contracts totaling that. Each one at 200 and whatever. So 3 contracts totaling just under $1,000.
And the strike price was $195.
Yeah, the strike price was $195. I bought 2 of them, 3 of them, totaling a little over $300.
Okay.
And ended up tripling my money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, 3 of them for, 190 something, $204, and I ended up at a little over 900
Okay.
selling them. So I gained $750 on them.
Okay.
It was nice. And then I got greedy, and that puts me to my positions. If you're done, Ed.
What else? I'm done.
What else are you in besides AMD?
Nova Backs, and I still have GE on. Yeah.
Still waiting for GE.
I still have GE. I have calls on it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just selling bi-weekly calls right now on it. And then I did purchase some Nova Backs, and I'm selling calls on them as well. So it's okay. Go ahead, Kevin.
That's not bad. Not bad. So then after the Apple extravaganza, I got excited.
No.
And listened to Erik.
Nope.
And bought $33 calls
On AMD.
for the 18th of April. So it was a month-long call. It wasn't bad. It was a month-long call.
Safer.
It's got time. I'm not the smartest because I...
Well, first of all, take note that AMD is currently trading at $27.21. The strike price of the call is $33. We have 2.5 weeks to reach $33, so that's a $6 gain in 2.5 weeks. And if AMD continues its rise of about 2% per day, we're all right.
We're all right. I mean, it did go 8% down immediately in a day, so it can do 8%.
Yes.
Because
I'm just going to let them know. When I said buy calls on AMD for $33 strike, and I said calls on AMD, I meant puts. Because if we did puts, we'd be up like another 1,000% right now. So it's just like 50% of the time. No, 10% of the wrong. 10% of the time I'm wrong. 50% of the time.
60% of the time it works every time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Anchorman.
Most of the time it works all the time.
Yeah. So my AMD calls.
Same.
I started with 10 contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got greedy, and it went down a touch, and I'm like, oh, it's going to shoot back up. It dipped a little, and I was not the brightest, and I bought 15 more contracts. So I'm 25 contracts in, averaging 23. Oh, that hurts. Yeah.
And it's currently trading at $5.
It's currently trading at $5 a contract, and I'm $23. Yeah, I'm down a lot on that one.
What is that? A loss of 17 per contract? Well, that's a lot of money. Let's get our calculators out, kids. What's 17 times 25? Is it 480, Kevin?
A little more.
Yeah. I was close. Yeah, but no, I'm in the same boat, so it's okay. 425. I was really close, actually.
425 minus 5.
23 times 25. Because that's what each of mine are worth.
Oh, but I was
I'm
thinking
575 in. Yeah, I'm down
So
425. Yeah.
That's
I'm down.
really painful.
I don't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about it. Let's see how much I'm down. I'm down 468 on AMD. Don't do calls, kids.
Just don't buy them. Just write them.
Yeah, write them. Do not buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought another 100 shares of Enphase when it was at like $9.20, I think, and then I sold a call against it at $10 for April 18th, same date as our AMD calls. But I mean, I'm still up 30, just shy of 30% on Enphase with my 200 shares, and I'm totally happy to exit at $10 because that's plenty of money for me right there. I just want Bed Bath & Beyond to die, actually. We both want Bed Bath & Beyond to die, right, Kevin?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's another one. My other one I'm in, because I'm currently in pretty much all options.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Bed Bath & Beyond put for this Friday down to 16. I needed to drop to 16. It spiked up, had some good earnings, and I thought it would crash after earnings. Erik and I talked about it. We looked at their structure. They were laying off a bunch of employees and did not seem to have a good future ahead. So we definitely both agreed that they would go down. Well, I bought 2 contracts, well overpriced, and it has bit me in the butt.
Fun fact, laying off employees actually isn't a sign that you should short a company. It's actually a sign that you should long a company, because now they're going to have
changes.
ton of money.
Have money free.
Yeah. A ton of money free.
Yeah.
I mean, what we really were shorting Bed Bath & Beyond is because the board of directors is fighting with their CEO and the investors are fighting with the board of directors. Everyone's fighting in there. I think it's like 5% of the shares they're fighting over or something like that. Basically, Bed Bath & Beyond is valued at whatever the main few shareholders want it to be. That's why it popped up from like $12 a share up to like $18 a share. And that's where Kevin and I also picked up our short positions from. Because, hey, if it jumped $6 in one day over some news that the investors are fighting with each other over leadership of the company, well, that seems like it's pretty unstable and should fall. And it will. And it certainly is. It's certainly going to fall a bunch.
It's just a matter of when, and I need it this Friday.
Yeah.
So, my final contracts
and
that I'm
after
in.
this expires, you buy the next week.
Next week's
and
I
you
make
try
it
it out. Yeah.
I make it up. My final contract is also set for the 18th of April, and it's Yeti. They're a new IPO, started in October. Great company. Did not do enough filing research on them.
No, you just have a mic.
No, it's not Yeti Blue. It's Yeti, the cooler company. Yeti's for coolers and the cups and stuff.
And cooler people.
And cooler people. Well, they IPO'd, they entered in at, what was it? They entered in October at like 16 a share, 16.75 a share, and they've done nothing. They dropped down to 12 immediately, but they've done nothing but go up, and it's currently sitting at 30.63. So I set April 18th calls for 35 strike price. So we'll see. It'll do because it hit 34.18.
All right.
And instead of selling them at 34.18 like I should have, I held because I was like, it'll hit 35 because of its momentum, and then it lost its momentum, and now it's been kind of playing the jump rope with 30 and 31. So cross your fingers on that one too, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks like you have a bunch of contracts that might expire worthless.
Yep, that's a lot of money to just disappear. Like it's worthless.
No,
That's the term,
it'll be good.
worthless. But I told Ed this earlier. I wanted to talk about AMD's price movement over the past couple of days, literally the past 4 days, because I thought it was really interesting. And now we can see what Kevin thinks about it. So 4 days ago, if you look back at March 28th, 2019, for those of us that are curious, or the 27th, AMD closed at 24.89 and then opened again at 25.10 and closed that same day at 25.06. The next day on the 29th, it opened at 25.58 and closed at 25.52. And then the next day, April 1st, haha, April Fool's Day, it was a good day for us, opened at 26.42 and closed at 26.36. Notice all of those days, it opened high and closed a little bit lower. But every day preceding the previous day, every day after, it opened massively higher than it closed the day before. And then including today, April 2nd, it opened at 26.51 and it finally closed a little bit higher in market at 26.75. And even after hours, it continued to rise. But I think it was kind of interesting just to note.
It's kind of just stepping.
The price movement, is all after hours
After market.
and pre-market. So I'm wondering, what's going on there? Why does open market not like AMD, but closed market and pre-market likes AMD? What's going on with that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, right?
Honestly, have not been able to come up with it. One thing, if you guys did notice, and I think this is definitely affecting AMD, have you looked at crypto in the last week?
No.
Bitcoin has gone up. In the last week, it's gone up 27%.
Whoa.
It's gone up $1,000.
It is in relationship to it.
Well, yeah, because crypto miners need GPUs. So.
And they're targeting the crypto miners with the new GPUs. AMD is this summer. They're targeting cryptocurrency and data mining. So that
buy calls.
So not falling for that one again.
I wouldn't buy calls right now.
And look at Ethereum in the past week, 28%.
Yeah, that's no kidding.
From 140.
I mean, but how long can it keep this momentum up? Can we see this momentum continue for the next week or month? Or?
I'm hoping for the next 2 weeks we see this momentum keep up, but
that's wild.
I don't know. With crypto, it's so volatile. people are wondering and stuff I've been like reading, just like the random news stuff that comes up that, you don't ever base your purchases off of, but it's interesting to read. People are wondering if this is like the end of the dry spell for crypto. And I don't know, because I don't know enough about crypto and who's actually getting into it for purchases. So that would be something to think about, because that affects all of the big chip companies, AMD, NVIDIA, Intel, GPUs, and
not processors necessarily.
Not necessarily. You can. I mean, it's really not as feasible to do it with processors.
No,
GPU might.
It's GPU for sure.
Yeah.
But with building those, you're gonna need other hardware too.
Oh yeah, you can just get like a little Athlon chip or something like that. Real wimpy.
But it's all GPUs, so it really affects AMD and NVIDIA. So it's going to be kind of more of those.
Definitely buy Apple.
If you say buy Apple,
buy Apple. It's Apple 200 calls, free money.
You think 200?
Oh, I honestly think 200. Yeah, look at that. It just barely kissed 200 last week. And then it shot right back down, mostly because of that whole News Plus, iMovie Plus, and their stupid thing. They also
their streaming service.
They also canceled the AirPower, but no one seems to care.
That's weird.
I know. It actually turns out it was the 200 little wireless charging coils were too hot. That's why it didn't get released. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. What? Apple 200 coils are 117? They're so cheap. Well, they're not so cheap, but they're pretty cheap. Is that April 18th?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ton of space.
That's by April 12th. Yeah. $70 each.
70. Apple 200 calls are free money.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Are you going to buy some right now?
Probably
look at, Kevin, look, you're going to buy like...
Look at that volume. It's only 55.
I mean...
the Greeks. How do the Greeks look?
Theta is...
Apple's going to come back down.
I mean, Apple's going to come down in a little bit, but I give it like a week of run-up, and then you can play that week. More importantly, Vega is pretty low. Oh, actually, when does Apple announce earnings in April? That's a good question, actually.
Apple's next earnings are...
Because you could just play
4:30.
Vega. Oh, yeah, you don't want to play Vega this early then. Never mind. Because I was like, if you just play earnings, I know Apple's earnings are always amazing.
That was its high today. Its high was 194.46.
I mean, it's going to continue moving higher. It's kind of like Microsoft.
I almost played. It was at what was it at the beginning of this week? It was like 190 or something. 188. I almost played 195 calls because they were dirt cheap for the week. Just a weekly. And I was like, let's hold off on the contracts, Kevin. You're done with the contracts for now.
Done with the contract.
I would have been up, Eric.
I would also think that Microsoft is always a buy. You always buy Microsoft. Just never sell Microsoft.
119. It's just up and up and up, man.
Literally.
Then you look here and it's like, oh no, we're going down.
I mean, Apple at $100 is a buy every time. Every time. It's like Tesla at 270. Tesla at 270 is a buy every time. Elon Musk. Musk, because get it long. Yeah.
Where is Tesla? 287 right now?
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, it's going to shoot back up to 300 every time.
Dude, look at it, though.
Apple fanboys. Every time, actually, fun fact, every time Apple drops significantly in price, Robinhood users actually pick up those shares. There's an actual correlation between how many people on Robinhood are holding shares of Tesla versus the stock price of Tesla. It's pretty wild.
Tesla or
Where'd
Apple?
you get that data?
Tesla. Robintracker.net. Fun fact. It's an actual website.
It trades. It displays what everybody's trading on Robinhood.
It just tells you the number of users holding shares.
Only number of users, not shares.
It might. I can't. You can look real quick because it's actually pretty interesting to see. But yeah, no, actually. So Tesla's price is going to dip.
I'd inverse Robinhood.
Honestly, inverse Robinhood and inverse Wall Street Bets every time.
And Erik.
Inverse Erik. Dude, look at that. You could have, you can make more money.
I would have been rich.
Yeah, we all feel the same way when it comes to Apple calls. I mean, like I said, Apple 200s.
Give me all the cornbread in the world and I'll be rich.
Is that a racist statement?
Might do that one.
Yeah, check out the volume. So the volume on Apple 200 412 calls is 5,500. What about April 18th?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Just kind of see like how the monthly is spread out here.
April
10,000, even higher. So people have a lot more confidence in that one.
Oh, for sure, of course.
April 26th, they have earnings on the 30th, so this would just be a good time to do it. You can Apple to 205 calls. That's pretty wild. Yeah, no one's doing that. Try 200 again.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, look how high it is. It's
1,000. See, everyone's thinking that Apple's going to be awesome here in a couple weeks, and I agree. Apple to 200 here in a couple weeks. They don't have much news coming out though. I mean, they announced a new iPhone, a smaller iPhone. They announced.
I kind of like this one.
I mean,
by the 12th,
$70. I think that's next week is the 12th, right?
Next Friday. Might be too soon.
Actually, you can just play it daily. Just buy, sell daily. Just buy and sell a couple of them, and then just you're not gonna make like 100% return. In the
not gonna do like I did the last time, where it's just like suddenly I look at my Robinhood and I've doubled the money in my Robinhood.
I was gonna say, if
nice.
Did you like wake up that morning, Kevin?
I was in Denmark. I looked, I sold, I showed McKenna, and I was like, "That's what happens when you play it right." And she's like,
"Good job, honey."
She's like, "Awesome." She's like, "I trust you to keep investing that." Then like, keep going. I knew you could do it. She felt bad because I was like ragging, you know.
Oh, I know.
First thing, I'm like, no, check this out. I know what I'm doing with the help of Erik and Ed.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna buy for next week Apple calls, instead of worrying about Theta, just buy and sell the call on the same day. That way you don't have to worry about Theta at all. Obviously, just don't get marked as a day trader with less than $25,000 in your account. Otherwise,
you just can't do 3 within 5 days.
You could actually buy an Apple straddle; it'd be pretty awesome.
Right? Oh, yeah, I'm not about to risk a straddle.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. But it's
straddle or strangle.
You could do straddle or strangle. Your choice. How do you think it's going to move? I think it's going to stay pretty solid here. If you just do like a weekly straddle, I don't think you're going to see much more than 5%.
Ooh, that's expensive. Let's see, April 5th. Interesting.
I mean, yeah, in this case, the strangle, you're just hoping to cash out on Theta. And then, if I remember correctly, yeah, an Iron Condor. Yeah, no, I can't remember which one. Iron Condor, you're hoping to cash out on Theta. So you hope the options you sold expire worthless and the options you bought are kind of like to save you. So you're kind of ish. I mean, in this case, if you do an Iron Condor for next week on Apple, you're looking at like $172 of credit. I don't know what we want Apple to stay at. Oh, we want Apple to stay between 196 and 190.
Your max gain is what?
Your max gain is 171.
That's not worth.
I mean, your max loss is $79. Oh. So your max gain is 171. Like I said, so if Apple stays between 196 and 190 between now and next week, you're looking at $171 playing an Iron Condor. I mean, Apple moves pretty slow. I'd be even more comfortable doing that. Just buy calls. Just
buy calls. Ed, are there any like that you're looking at specifically, or
are we still looking at tech? Do we have anything else besides tech?
I really want to get back into Shopify. Remember that was the original stock that I was trading. Mm-hmm. But I put in an order to buy one stock of Shopify just now.
You want to buy it right now.
Yeah, I want to buy it right now. I just want to get a footing in there.
And
then as soon, I don't know.
Watch it eat. Watch it just eat it tomorrow.
Yeah, once it goes down, then I'm like, I'm gonna average down today, and then after that, I'm gonna average down the next day after that.
That's what I did with Enphase. It's the happiest stock I've ever purchased. The happiest equity I've ever purchased. Anyway, I can't complain there. I don't think I have any other ones I'm really watching. Oh, what up? No. Face ID. Face ID. Really? Okay, that's cool. I guess I won't look at Apple anymore. I don't think there's any other ones. Move. SunPower. I hope it breaks 7. Because if it breaks 7, I really want to see if people will continue to buy it at 7. That way I can start selling calls at 7.
What? Wait, excuse me?
So SunPower never really...
Wait, what do you mean start selling calls at 7? Like, do you have shares of SunPower?
No, I just start selling calls. No, selling puts. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
What am I doing? Or it could have like...
You're writing puts.
I'm writing puts on SunPower at $7. Because I did that like for a few weeks on SunPower.
You're going to buy... If they hit 7, you're going to buy them.
No, if they hit 7 and it tests that support really well and it never falls below 7 within like a couple weeks, right? Then I'll start selling puts at $7 on SunPower. I mean, they're not worth much. Actually, they're not worth much. They're like $20 each. But hey, $20 is $20. Am I right? Because I used to sell $6 puts against SunPower when it was at like 6.15 because it never had fallen like a whole month. It never fell below 6, so I felt very safe selling puts on SunPower below 6.
Oh, I see.
I mean, you could do it right now. They're only $2 a contract, so you better sell like a ton of them to make any money.
Yeah.
But if it tests 7 and it has a lot of support at 7, I'll probably do a couple puts at 7. I'll sell them anyway, because SunPower's been pretty hot on the up and up. You know, if we're talking slang and lingo. Cron, maybe we'll go back to weed stocks. Buy Cron. I predict a 5%.
Buy Cron right now.
I predict a 5% move tomorrow. I'm just guessing. I made that up.
3%.
3% move?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Iron Condor on Dropbox.
Iron Condor on Dropbox.
It's $25. It's not worth it.
Let's just look at Carvana just to see how sad I can be. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Kevin, what did you buy that at originally?
34.
Oh!
No, we bought it at 30.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
we?
true because we sold it at 35.
You guys could have made 100% by
Let's see. We bought it at 30.
Yep. This is when I was like, dude, everybody's just like bullshitting it right now. It's gonna go up 250 within the next month.
And then
at
at 36, he's like, "Hey, we should buy Carvana again." I'm like, "Never again." And then now it's at 62, 60. So Ed, genuine apologies.
I just didn't buy it because you didn't want to buy it anymore.
Genuine apologies, Ed. Genuine. Can we appreciate Boeing hanging in there after that news?
Actually, I heard their orders are actually going up again from some guys in their quality department. Like, they're buying more planes because they fixed the issue, they said.
Internal.
Oh, I'm sorry. SEC, hello. I don't own any. Who cares? Right? No, this is public knowledge now. I've said it on the internet. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't want to go to
No,
jail.
yeah, that software update that they did. I think before it was like a purchased option, but now they made it like mandatory software update. Improved the system, and I think it's going positively for them.
Yeah.
I was like, we could buy Aurora Cannabis, ACB. Probably here in a
I'd
couple
only
days.
buy Cron right now.
Oh, no, in a couple days I'd buy ACB. I think,
I can't believe they hit 11
right?
last year.
ACB?
Yeah.
No, ACB is crazy volatile. Cron. Let me look at Cron again. I mean, weed stocks. Everyone follows.
18.
As it gets legalized, obviously that's a long-term buy. Maybe, actually. I don't know.
Okay. Time to tell you guys.
About?
I bought Cron.
Again?
Really?
20 shares. Too high.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Too high?
Do you know what I bought them at?
Let me guess. Hold on.
Heads first.
What's it at right now?
18.
It's a good year.
You bought it at 22.
Too high.
He bought it at 19.
19 what?
32.
03.
Ooh, I was close
That's
to
not
that.
that
Close. 1903. No, I was like, man.
Just keep buying more.
I was buying it. I was buying it on the swing up.
Just keep buying more. You can fix it.
I don't have the money. Don't have the money.
I don't have the money.
I thought about it and I was like, it's a good thing I don't have the money because I would fix it.
No, I would buy Cron not
Right now.
today. No.
Now.
No.
Now.
Not today. Definitely not today. Maybe like next week.
No.
Yeah. When are their earnings? Because I know their earnings are going to be volatile.
Their earnings are done.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
just
really?
had their earnings, so their next earnings aren't for a while.
Oh, yeah. Well, 3 months.
May 14th.
Buy now. Cron now.
No, it's funny. Their earnings were 329,
420.
326,
Yeah.
and now they're expected on May 14th.
But there's no analyst, right? So it looks like they've pretty much met, or they don't have analysts on it.
They don't have analysts.
Because no one cares about cannabis. Cannabis stocks are too crazy for analysts to guess on because they'll always get it wrong.
Well,
Yep.
it's not that. It's that they don't know what to.
They're too
measure
new.
it. No, well, they don't know what to measure it based off of. Like, so there's different indicators. So one of them being like, how much is a gram of weed?
$1.
Got you a dollar.
How much is a gram of weed per? Yeah, how much on average? How much is a gram of weed for that company, or how much capacity can the company hold for
production.
cannabis?
Well, and I mean, like-
but it also holding capacity for doesn't also include like what is it called? The oils.
Essential
CBD,
oils?
THC,
Well, not
those. Or,
THC is the chemical.
active,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it the capacity doesn't only includes like actual physical weed unprocessed, but it doesn't include those oils that they put on like vape pens. I don't know what they're called. I'm new to drugs, guys.
New to
I took the DARE program.
The DARE program.
Hey, I donated to Dare. I gave him $20, and I got a really cool sticker.
And I bet you went out into the streets and then you spent another $20 just in bursting what you did.
I bought. I don't even know how much $20 gets you in cocaine. I don't think cocaine gets you anything for $20. $20.
$20 is 1 gram of cocaine.
Is it really?
Yes, it's almost double usually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 150 right now.
To our mothers listening. Sorry.
Hi, Mom.
Sorry.
Better living through chemistry. That's what you taught me. I'm quoting you.
So
we should also consider volatility to be going up in the market here pretty soon. It's at pretty much average lows. It's at 1336, the volatility index, VIX. I like to just look at it because it helps me do nothing really.
what are we looking at, Cron? Or ACB?
I was looking at Cron, but I was just talking about the volatility index. So it's like this typical volatility in the market is kind of what it measures, right? And when it sits around 12 or 13, you can expect volatility to shoot up pretty quick, and that means that prices are going to start moving more bigly. You can expect more bigly price moves in stocks when VIX is higher.
Can you confirm this word, Kevin?
I can't even try.
Trump said it.
Okay, that makes it better. You're right. Sorry.
It's official.
It's official. That's an official word.
No, it's in the dictionary.
It's a word.
Worst trade deal in history. That's how I feel about my DMV calls.
That's how I feel about listening to Eric.
I know,
Worst trade deal.
I know.
Look at this Bed Bath & Beyond, though. Like, can we just take a minute to look at it one more second?
What do you want about that?
Just look at it.
BBBY?
I want you to look
Is
at
that
it.
part of the white girl index?
No, but always.
Oh, where's S-Bucks?
That's not part of the white girl index?
Bed Bath & Beyond? I don't think so.
Maybe like
It should be.
Maybe like the getting married white girl.
Well, that's I don't know.
We did register there.
The
And they have some nice stuff, guys. Okay, a lot of my apartment has Bed Bath & Beyond goodies in it.
Huh.
I'm the reason they're up.
You're the reason.
Hey, he keeps buying candles. He's like, smell this one, sweetheart.
So he buys candles and then buys puts, and he's like, why is it going down? That's funny.
You're supposed to offer your candles, Kevin, for your puts.
No, but Lululemon, let's be honest, okay, so Lululemon's kind of run out of leg room here. Get it? Because they make leggings. Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
But because I know Buffett was saying
Wow.
if they want to continue, Lululemon never loses earnings because white girls are always going to buy basic leggings. It's just what happens. It's the law.
But what about if we stop producing white girls? Do we stop producing?
Well, I mean, like even in
isn't
China,
that genocide?
Wait a minute.
Wait, cut that.
I said stop producing, not eliminate.
that's kind. No,
Same thing. No.
no, that's not how it works. No, but Lululemon, Warren Buffett said if they want to continue doing this kind of record growth, they need to diversify their clothing line into male clothing, which I agree with. But
How much did Warren Buffett lose again?
in KHC
Four.
and ketchup?
$4 billion.
$4 billion?
In ketchup,
Yeah, you're right. I'll listen to him for everything.
he's technically the worst.
I mean, he is like super rich.
the best.
Warren
investor.
Buffett, if you happen to listen to odd stock YouTube
Can I
channels,
be your son?
please, please adopt me.
No, yeah, but Lululemon, I mean, I think it's kind of hard to move into male clothing lines because guys aren't particularly picky about clothes like girls are. Yeah, right? Lululemon's insane.
No, I don't think so in this day and age, though, dude. Like, let's be honest. Like, a lot of people...
No, guys have always been into shoes, really.
Yeah, but a lot of guys also are into lifting and athletic clothing. The only thing I fear is, like, people, when they want to lift,
usually-
they get cheaper shorts.
I'll
they'll
give
get
you a
good
counter
deals.
argument. If you look at a lot of those male body lifters, they always have, like, they're loyal to a specific brand or more specifically to a
But they're willing to
celebrity.
spend money on
yes,
it.
but or a celebrity. So, but if there's a celebrity movement towards Lululemon, like say, for example, we have like Kanye, and then we have a bunch of other rappers. Maybe it could provide a movement for Lululemon for guys.
Yeah, I think
I
it
would
would...
never wear Lululemon.
I would never wear Lululemon.
No.
Their
Kevin.
CEO
I
was
would,
Kevin.
not, I would not spend that money on...
On leggings.
Can we pull
freaking
up a
clothes.
picture of Lululemon's CEO real quick? Because she's ugly.
You can't say that.
Eric,
I just want to hold on.
Eric, you're ugly, but you don't hear me saying that on the podcast.
You just said it. Wait, said it?
You said it. You said it.
Hold on. CEO scandal. No, wait.
Yeah, see, you're wrong.
Actually,
Calvin McDonald?
Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong CEO.
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
Yeah, he is a handsome man.
Look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at that.
I can see your Yeti calls. Stop it.
No, that's just Yeti.
Why is he in front of a Sears stand? He made Lululemon. I like this guy.
He's smart.
He is a smart man. Lululemon CEO is not ugly. It was someone else's CEO.
His story kind of reminds me of the Victoria's Secret guy.
Well, Victoria's Secret was pretty wild when it first came out, right? So, I mean, just along every female clothing store that comes along similar to Victoria's Secret and Lululemon.
We should overlap the graphs for Lululemon and Victoria's Secret. I think we just found the diamond.
Is Victoria's Secret even publicly traded, though?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look.
Try Pink, or no, it would be Victoria's Secret because Pink's a line of them.
Pink's owned by...
Yeah, it's a line. My bad.
How do you
Sorry, I
spell
don't know
Victoria?
these clothes. Victoria.
Victoria's Secret. Nope. They're not publicly traded. But I know Pink isn't publicly
Victoria's Secret, parent of brand stock fair value.
So I'm just going to say it now. It's always bothered me that you always include an E in Lisa Sue's.
No,
name.
she's Sue Bay.
Sue Bay. Yeah, but you always put SUE, BAE, and it's SU. So I'm going to throw that out there for a second.
I know I can't spell, Kevin. I'm illiterate, okay?
Same, but I was like, I know I can't spell, but I got to say this.
I got to say this so the public knows that I can't spell. So if I can't spell, why would you listen to my plays that I recommend?
I don't know.
No one knows. Not even you.
Man, I hit that. Oh.
Will you stop looking at your losses?
No.
Losses feel bad.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop.
So Victoria's Secret owned by L Brands, which the ticker is LB, and they don't perform like Victoria's Secret does at all. So there goes that.
There goes that idea.
L Brands. Oh, they're terrible. What is this? $27? Yeah, they're not doing too hot. They've never really done well.
No, they did well in 2016 at $81.
Oh, did they do like a split or anything? Because can I go back to 2016 and just pick up like a 2-year split? And then just walk out with $1 billion?
And a half.
$1.5 billion. Goose? Okay, we could talk about Goose though, the Canadian fashion line. Like multi-$1,000 jackets and stuff like that. I mean, it's insane. I know people were like, oh, short Goose, they can't do anything, but long Goose, because rich kids are going to buy really stupid stuff for a lot of money.
What's Goose?
They're I always thought it was vodka, to be honest, because for some reason...
Well, Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
Yeah,
that is a vodka.
That's probably where it came from. No, but they're like a really high-end fashion line. They're like the Supreme of Canada.
What's Supreme?
You're basically wearing their colors right now, red and white, and it says Supreme on it. It's really ugly clothes.
Yeah.
And let me pull up a picture
Oh,
for you.
man.
It's got like...
He's going off on an ugly tangent.
I'm just not in a good mood, apparently.
Apparently not.
Supreme Court. Here.
So while he looks up Supreme...
There's
Oh, there you go,
logo.
Supreme.
Yeah.
You recognize it? Yeah, they make really... Okay, some of their clothes are cool, but I don't really care. And it's all overpriced for obvious reasons.
What are you waiting for GE to hit?
Me?
$10?
It's at
I'm selling
$10.24.
calls at $10.50.
What is this?
Yeah.
This is a $190 shirt. I can go to Walmart and get that.
Just iron on.
Like, that's not even difficult.
That's called copyright infringement. Trademarking, right?
This is $1,000, this parka.
It's beautiful.
100%.
It's a North Face one, too. That's funny.
That's why.
What? North Face, but with the Supreme logo on it?
Yeah.
North Face, yeah.
It's not even a cool looking jacket. There's a Uzi. It's a pillow in the shape of an Uzi for $120.
I can make that.
I think
I can buy
With a-
that one.
with
I
a
think
real
I
Uzi.
might be able to justify that with my parents' allowance.
I'm just saying. I think if you buy Supreme stuff, you're bad with money.
Eric,
Judgy much?
please stop targeting specific groups.
I'm just saying. I think there's no point to buy.
To any listeners that may, really like the CEO
of Lululemon.
Of Lululemon or Buy Supreme, this is not towards you. Eric's just a terrible person sometimes.
I was wrong about the CEO of Lululemon. I was thinking of a different CEO. She just has funny looking eyes.
Much like Erik.
I'll come back to it. I'll remember next week who she is, but she has funny looking eyes.
I got a quick question for you guys. Do you think GE will hit 12 buckaroos this year?
We'll just keep it silent because I want GE to die. I have a friend that works at GE, actually. I can ask him.
I think GE will. No, I can.
12 buckos?
I think I'll hit 12 buckos this year.
This year? Like, how long in the year, though?
This year means January to December.
Yeah, I know, but
in the last 6 months, they hit 13.
Well, yeah, but
that means nothing considering they may just keep tanking. But I think they have a shot. I think they're kind of bouncing back.
I think they're going to sit at 11 for the next year. They're just going to call it. Because GE is the boomer stock. The boomers have GE. GE has continued to try and innovate and sell everything it has that hasn't been profitable. What are they really making anymore? What great strides
just
in
their
technology?
sensors, and they're not advancing them really.
Most smaller startups can do the same thing GE is doing for a lot less money. So I don't really think that GE...
I don't think so.
GE
has good connections with production and...
that's fine, but what
patents
new stuff?
And...
Oh, they have, certainly...
They have the engineers for it.
Plethora of lawyers and engineers to do it, but... Yeah. That doesn't mean that you come up with a new idea. Just because you have 10 people in a room doesn't make you... Just because you have 10 monkeys typing on a typewriter doesn't mean you get a great story, right? Just because you have 10 engineers working at GE doesn't mean you get a great patent. That's just what... I don't think GE is going to do much at all anymore. Their washers were great, but now Samsung's got them beat.
Well, and they hate that they're known for their washers. They've done a lot more than just their washers.
They probably have.
Right, refrigerators.
Yeah, they got fridges. They got other appliances, dishwashers. No, I don't know. I think they have an opportunity to bounce back because you can say that about any company. 10 engineers in a room aren't going to make a good product. You can say that about any company that has engineers. You put any of us in an engineering room, we're not going to make a good patent.
You're gonna
so let's be honest here.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be the one producing gold.
So, if their engineers hit something like they do, so we'll see, but that is a miracle play.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Eric thinks they're going to hover. I think they have a chance. What do you think, Ed?
I think that...
3 minutes.
I think that... I should just continue selling calls on GE.
Continue selling calls.
Well, yeah. Honestly.
Anyways, yeah. So
I'll keep writing calls if you guys keep buying.
Well, how much are the calls you're selling at GE on? Or how much?
They're usually like $20
per.
Yeah, per.
And how many do you sell?
4 calls.
Per biweekly?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good actually. Like $80 every 2 weeks. Okay, that's pretty good return. Pretty good rate of return.
I just started like a month ago, so.
Oh, okay. So you made like 160 at least.
Yeah. Like 120 something because of commission and fees.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, that's not half bad. That's not.
Yeah,
half bad.
they're bad.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll call it good though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Cool.
Well, thank you for the good talk, guys, and thank you to our few listeners that are enjoying the conversations that are happening. And
bad ones.
Here's to hoping that AMD keeps climbing.
Go AMD. Go Subay.
All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.